and welcome to my channel. I'm doing some ephemera for this little mini journal here, and for that I've got the idea from Septeria 18, who made these vellum pockets and some side tucks or clusters using her doilies. But I've done a slight change to it. So you take your A4 tea-dyed paper, or really any paper you've got that you don't mind, and you roughly divide it into three. Like this. Then you can tear down or cut, entirely up to you. Do it that way. And the same here. Then you take these and excuse me, what I've got is some vellum that I've printed onto with some images from the graphics fairy, and I'm going to want to make a sort of flip with it. So again, this needs to go, no, that one goes in there, into three, each strip. So it's roughly equal, like that. And you leave a small gap here so that, because you're going to be gluing this, and then fold over like that. And I will do that with all these, with all three. I'll punch a notch in the top here. This is going to be made into a pocket. Okay, now I need to cut the vellum out, and I'm going to take one of the pink roses. Now I want it so it's like that when it flips over the top. So I'm going to have to cut there and there, and I'll cut along the bottom there. And you need to leave enough at the top here so that when you put it on here, you fold it over. Now I'm going to score a line on this. Because I'm going to score it just above the top of the image. There. And then bend that inwards and burnish. This will now go down on his side here. This comes over here. This folds back on itself like that. And this sits over the top like this. So I will cut out some more for this. I'll do a plain one and another floral one, I think. I've now done these two as well. Now we're going to stick these onto here, about there. Actually, before I do that, I am going to ink all of it. I like mine inked, so I will ink all 3 of them now. They are now all inked, and we now need to glue this to here. And I'm going to use my block. I'm never too sure how art glitter glue holds up with this. So, or your Fabri-Tac. Okay, that's one. Then you need to glue the pocket shut. Again, I'm using the Fabri-Tac, the Fabri-Tac, my block. Using this glue gives you a chance for movement, whereas art glitter glue doesn't really. So you may have to do a bit of trimming, depending how well, like me, you get it in the wrong place. That folds down nicely. Also, I would say is when you're scoring, just be careful you don't score too hard. So I hope you're all well, and that this, I'm not sure when this is coming out. So say I'm in the UK. Well, I will be in the UK, I think. I might just be back. I'm not sure. Depends when I put this one out. Okay, so that's that. Now I will go and glue both of these down. These are now all done, glued down. And now I want to, I've got some images here and some book page from an old Reader's Digest that I've used the cover for. And these are ATC cards from the Digital Collage Club, or Making and Creating. You get a yearly or a lifetime membership you can have. And then you've got access to all these images. These are actually ATC cards that I've printed to a page. And I thought these would be quite nice underneath. Oh, I like that one. We'll have that one. There's quite a lot of them. See, there's that one as well. And then these are the exotic flower ones. Not sure about them. I think under the pink one, maybe the pink there. Or no, I think no, maybe not. See, it will go under there like that. But then again, I think the pink one, the red one, and then the clear one, and then what you'll see through this is that. So to do these, I'm going to put these onto some of the book page. Doesn't matter which way round it goes. Maybe like that. And I'm going to use my glue stick. which I think is running out. There you go. So you've got an edge around each of the cards. While they're drying, before, because I've ripped them before and this ended up being a disaster, I'll go on to the other, and for that I'm using some scraps from the cut off of the papers and a doily. Now she made clusters with these. I'm going to make a cluster and a pocket, or a tuck spot as well. Now I need a piece. I think I will tear down there. And probably the same here. Now, shall I make this the pocket? Let's tear down there and then we'll check the I think I'll use my tear ruler and make a rough edge all the way around on both pieces. Right, now I've got to decide which is the pocket and which is the cluster. So just a rough guide, because if it's any bigger than this, then it will be okay. Well, that fits there. I don't feel like there's enough there. That fits there. I think I might go for that one. Oh yeah, on there. Yes. And I'm going to use this card as I'm doing the Victorian ladies. This tag. Put it up higher. Like that. Right, that's that one. This one, I think I will put this side. And for instance, okay, that's a bit tall. I'm going to take some of that down. You don't want, well, you can have the book page taller, but I'm working in a small book, so I can't have it tall unless what I should have done was, oh, it is double-sided. Well, that's interesting. Maybe I will put that up a bit. So this is like this. So if it comes over the top, slightly over the top of the page, it doesn't matter. I hadn't realised I'd double-sided that. Oh, and I had that one as well. Okay, what I'm going to do now is ink around these. Okay, now I'm going to glue these down, sort of about there. And if you need to, like that one, and then out there, I think. And again, if you need to, just glue it all the way to the top as your pocket. Now, decoration. As I said, I'm going to use this one on here, and I'm going back to the cards for here. I like that one. I think I'll put that one on there. Now, I also, what I didn't do with the others is ink round them, but it's not a big deal, is it? What I might actually do though is grunge these up a little bit. Going to do the same thing again with these, but this time I will take this off first. Let's see if this, yes, this fits there. So I'm going to put this one glued onto here. Oh no, I'm using up my glue stick. That's what I'm doing. I'm right at the end of the glue stick and I'm trying to use it up. But when you get to the end, you get all these horrible lumps. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Leave them for a moment and I can get on with these. Now the pink one, I want underneath that one. So I'm just going to tear around each of these. I'm going to ink round each of these. Now this one's going on here and that fits nicely. Okay, next is I'm going to do some stamping with my stitches. I have tried stitching on this. It's not very good. So what I'm going to do is do a small bit of stamping on each of these. So something like that in the middle where it's thinner. Like that. And maybe a small piece there. Like that. And then these need gluing on here. Oh, I like those. Yep, definitely like them. And now I just need to, you can use any glue to glue these down. Now, I'm going to be using this one on the journal. This one I will keep for something else, and I've already used the image on the front here, so I don't want to use that one again. So I'll put them aside, and let's see a space for this one. That it can see they can hook over, just hook over like that. Oh, this piece. I like this piece. Where did I hook it? There. I like this. Yep. I'm going to hook it over that one there. You do have it plain this side. Do you know, I could do some stamping or something on there. Or I do it this way, where it's plain that side anyway. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do it like that. It's plain this side anyway. Yeah, I'll put that there. Now, on to the next ones. These, the pocket and the side tuck. I'm hoping these are dry enough to tear. So, I'm going to put that on there. Then I'm going to put that on there. But I'm also thinking punch a hole ink round and maybe have I got any piece of, yes, seam binding. Put this through here and I'll only glue it part way up. These are still damp. So only glue it sort of to about there. So it's covering on this bit. Like that one. And then this. What am I doing? It's that way round. Nearly made a mistake there. On here. Oh, I didn't ink. Quick. Quickly. There we go. Not a disaster. I've got some of my electrical tape I'm going to use. I'm getting well into this tape. Just going to put on there, and I have a piece of this. And then I've got some washi that I got from Ibby. It was recommended. I want to say Tracy K Designs. I'm not certain. But it's a beautiful vintage washi from Ibby. And I really like it. I think I'm going to get rid of a load of other stuff that I don't use. I think I'll use this one. And yes, I know I did say I wasn't buying any more, but I don't know. Things change, don't they? Whoops, I forgot to put the glue on. Oh no, I don't want to cover up the page. The writing. It does grab so quick. It's put it up there. And then a bit of extra glue on this just to make sure. Yep, I like that. Do you know what I think I'm going to do is put some decoration on the one. I'm going to put some washi. That's what I'm going to do, put some washi down the bottom here. And I'm going to use something that's a bit more, do a little small washi collage. If I can find the end. There. I was going to put something on there. Should I put some of this? Oh, go on. Might as well, mightn't I? Just a little bit. Put it across there. When you see the flip through of this, you may find this is in a different place. Oh yes, that looks a lot better now on there. I like that. Okay, oh no, I need this. Now I need to put this in the pocket, in the journal. And I was going to glue this into here. So, oh, I like that. It's a French missile. I'll see, but anyway, that's how it works. Now I'll put this one this side. Ooh, see, that might have been ideal. Then this might have been. See, I'm already moving it. What else have I got? That there, that's too much. No, do you know, I'm going to put it here. I've already moved it now, haven't I? So this is a tuck rather than a pocket. Okay, I just carried on decorating and sort of forgot the time and ended up finishing it. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through now. And what I've got is the rose printed onto acetate on the front with this lovely sequined sari silk on the back, well, on the sides. And then inside we go in to some vintage ephemera, an old photo. Some of the sequins has come off. A postcard from 1901, a piece from a Spanish book, an old Spanish book from the early 1900s, and an envelope from 1945 or 46. And they go on the front. I'll leave them aside for now. And then in here, there's a journal card. Here, dear, that's it. And this is from Raindrop Lila Parisian Ladies, and I've cut the printed two to a page. They're actually pages, so I could make the journal cards and any tags or anything else I've used them for. Again, this is from the Parisian Ladies, the ephemera. This is from Digital Collage Club, a tuck. And that beautiful, I love this. And this naturally went like this because when I dyed it, it went through quite thick. I've pinned on and I've used, I don't know if you can see these, I've not rusted them, but put alcohol inks on. It seems to have made them look vintage, so I've put some lacy bits and a bit of seam binding together and pinned it on the page. And these are again 2 from the Parisian Ephemera. And here, out of one of the pages, I've made a little pocket, and inside is another tag from the same kit. And this is from the Digital Collage Club, I believe, or Graphics Fairy. Put a bit of my own tape on there and a bit of collaging there. So 2 tags here, just a scrap of paper from the front that was left over. And this actually did tear, so my tape came in handy there, and I made a pocket. This is from Amity Bloom's Paris photos, and this is from the kit. We made this and put this together, and this is from Amity Bloom's, and I've put a little crocheted flower in the top there. This is from Raindrop Lila, not the same kit, and I can't remember which one. Another vintage photo and a card, journal card. I've backed with tea-dyed ledger paper, and that just slots in there. I've left this all open so that there's writing space there as well, and that just, well, I'll leave that, that just pins on there. Some lovely vintage book page with some plants and mushrooms, some washi from that washi that I picked up. Where is it here? Vintage style from Ibby. It's really lovely washi, and it's quite thick, but you get a real good variety of it. I really like it. I've been using it a lot lately. Tea-dyed paper, another page. I've done a flip here with another page from the kit using the washi, and then I've put a little tuck spot up there where you can put something in, whoever has this journal. Florentine paper, and then this is a bookend or a flyleaf page, and it's still got the sign of the oh dear, it's very fragile, the sign of the tape. I thought the colours went okay, and a tag from the kit. Some more paper. This is actually Roxy Creations tea-dye paper. This was a scrap I had, and another journal card. Again, that was a page that I ended up putting 4 to a page to get that size. Roxy Creations tea-dyed paper. Vintage ledger, I've put that on there from, can't remember where, and a letter, French letter, and there's no date on it. Ma chérie Jeannette. And a tag from the kit, and some more vintage ephemera. Again, no idea what date or anything. Can't see a date on it. But beautiful handwriting, and I just slot that in there. And this is actually a piece that was just on my desk from Ruby and Pearl I had left over. Whoops, I'll leave that, do that in a minute. Tea-dye paper, and here's these flips we made that were inspired by Septeria 18, and I've put some washi on the back there for decoration, put some lace down here, and another card that I've made out of the pages. Roxy Creations with another lace, bit of lace pinned on the other side of the Florentine paper, and a journal card. And then I've made a quick little flip pad, put some stickers on and some washi, just pieces I've got in my bag in my box, and then some more stickers goes on there. We made this as a tuck. I've actually not put anything in there. I'm leaving some of it free so that whoever gets it can put their own. Some washi collage, another collage with some vintage French writing, more washi, a piece I had left in my bits box I put on the side there. One of my clusters that I made recently, a video is out. This is from Raindrop Lila and her stereograph pictures. Again, I've not put anything in here, but there's room either side. And then this is some vintage ephemera. This is Gothic, German Gothic book pages from 1860, and I don't know when this is from, but it's a little prayer booklet in French there, and a little collage I've done with my own labels I've stamped out. And this one is actually a vintage couple of vintage stamps I've got. And here there's some more vintage ephemera. I don't know where I got this. This says 1900. Engineer's Trip Record. And then this is an altered playing card, vintage playing card that I've done a couple of years ago. And I suddenly spotted it and thought it went well here. But on this side with the paper clip is a small tag where I've covered it in one of the wide washes, one of the smaller ones, and then where the join is, just put a piece of washi over that and then backed it in tea dyed paper. There's the other side of that, and then there's a journal card here from one of the pages from the Tall Parisian kit, and I think that's a Tracy Fox label, and then I've just backed it, clipped it on there, and then here is the back pocket with another one of these big journal cards page from the kit. And that's it. I do like this one actually. It's a good size and it feels really good in your hands, and it measures 6.5 by 5 3/4. So quite a good sized journal, even though I'm calling it mini. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the ephemera making and the flip through. Please hit the like button and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.